Okay, so today is the 16th of November, and I wanted to do a quick look at Pompeo. Mike Pompeo. I just want to see what the universe is going to, how it's going to handle him. If it will share with me that understanding. So I would like to know how the universe will deal with Mike Pompeo. I want to hear from the universe. I want to hear how it's going to deal with helping Mike to confront his criminality and his horribleness, which means change his consciousness so that he is aware and feels the pain he causes other people with his bull crap. So I just want to know, universe, will you share with us what is coming for him from you? And just a personal note, I believe that the universe helps you to become aware of what you need to by not only making you have to feel it, but other ways. And its ways are thorough. And it will use your own, choices. It's really down to us at the end of the day. We have a certain amount of very powerful free will, and if you do something willfully, this ignorant and criminal, and when people are given positions of power or they obtain them by whatever means, the universe looks at that as a big deal because you affect so many other people. And when you abuse a position of power, the universe doesn't play with that stuff. You will be in trouble because with greater power comes greater responsibility. That's the one thing that people who are so power thirsty don't seem to be so keen on, is the responsibility aspect. Okay, so I'm just going to shuffle again, just to kind of seal in on Pompeo, Mike Pompeo. Okay. Well, here we are talking about consequences it's showing that it depends on the choices he makes. He's coming to a fork in the road with his life here. And the choices he makes are highly consequential. And that he could still help himself, and the question is, and I don't think he will. That's my cynical side. I don't see him changing. Honestly, he has an opportunity to make a better choice. Do I think he will make a better choice? Only if he, at the 11th hour, maybe at the 4th, if it comes to his own skin, is put on the hot seat. Then I think he'd roll over. to save his own hide. But we'll see. It shows that the universe is saying he still has choices, but they're highly consequential. And this is the significator, which is, in this case, it indicates kind of a mysterious type of an individual. We'll have to look at the other cards that come around it to maybe better understand what they're trying to convey with the mysterious type of significator. The Tower. Again, if you're not familiar with the deck I'm using, it is the Enchanted Woods Deluxe Petite Lenormand. Let me just, it's beautiful. It's one of my favorite decks. It's not a huge deck. It's just one of my favorites. And I got this off Etsy. I hope you can find another copy because by Colleen Hardy, illustrated. She did the work. But I love this deck. Oh, there. Okay, so anyways, the Tower in this deck talks more about institutional type of power, government, etc. And usually, and oh, wait, I'm starting to get something. Oh, yep. Okay. And forgive me if I pronounce this wrong. Let me just check, because I hate that. Hold on. Well, I did have it right. Scythe. So the scythe is echoing the message here with the forked path of once you commit to a certain action, that's it. You can't undo it. There's no mitigating. It's going forward. So this is in connection to, I think, he's doing something and involved in some underhanded. Again, hold your disbelief that Mike Pompeo is a criminal. But yeah, it shows that he's up to no good. This significator, it makes me feel like he's being watched. And again, the feeling that he's being, not only him, but in particular people like Graham, people that are Trumps, still supporting Trump. There's, going to be a very significant consequence for these people. And I'm not the only reader that picks up on that. I think this time, unlike many other times, and I hope I'm right, because you know what, my cynical mind says they're going to slap him on the wrist. We still have a very class system, and they will be treated differently than the likes of the average person, despite the fact that, as I've just discussed, by holding office, they really should be held to a higher degree of consequence, rather than the slaps on the wrist that they have been given. My hope is that they will be made example of, and we will see a real shift with that. I'll have to read on that. But anywho, it looks like he's going to be in trouble. I don't see him making a good choice. It's saying, and I think even the cards are doubtful of him making a good choice. Because the cards are, and whatever divination tool you're using are showing people the trend. The trend. I can't say this enough. The trend, the likelihood that if things continue on the way they have, this is the most likely outcome. Give a little room here or there in some instances, and in some cases maybe not so much. That's just how things go. But it looks like he's going to be engaged in consequences that deal with government and deal with his carry-on that are going to put him in a heap of trouble. And I think, again, that he's being watched by people who are committed to making sure Russia doesn't leave its hooks in our government. I really do believe that, especially those that went to that July 4th Russian dinner with Vlad, these people have been on, I think, watched for a long time. And there's certain things that we will find out, and there's certain things we won't, but we'll be finding out a whole heck of a lot because it's a big deal and we need to get these people out. And I think that those who can especially control that flow of information may open up more than they generally would because of the nature of the threat to our government that they are, our nation. So, what I'm gathering is he's at a critical point right now. He has choices that he can yet make. But as I've said, it doesn't look like he's going to choose a good choice because this is termination. This is a sudden cutoff with the scythe. It's a warning. It's sudden. And I just feel that he's going to be stopped. Now, I don't know by whose authority, but it's governmental based. This can also indicate that it is the end as well of the power of Trump's office. Maybe it comes sooner because I'm wondering, given the activity that they're getting up to, I think they're being watched for sure, but I believe that our intelligence may have to intervene by exposing, leaking, bringing it, shall we say, to our attention in a way that they can. Well, they also, I think, do what they have to do. But it's sudden. It's just a sudden cutoff, a sudden termination, a sudden end. Let's see. I'm going to try. I don't know whether or not it'll work that well with the law of attraction. Yeah. I kind of. Okay, what can you clarify? Law of Attraction deck. This can be found on Etsy. Also, the link is in my community tab, and in the commentary. Not commentary, but oh my gosh, I'm trying to multitask here and I'm failing. Hold on a tick. You know what I'm saying. It's there. Go to the community tab and look for the post with links. Okay, so I want clarification, universe, if you can, on this cutoff and this nod about government and the cutting off, a sudden cutoff. Does this mean that Trump's government is taken out sooner because of the damage they're doing? Or is this just Pompeo leaving sooner? What can you clarify the Tower and the Scythe? I don't know. Inspired thoughts. New thoughts, new decisions, action, new reality. It's immediate. It's new immediate action. Ooh. Hey, that could be that they force our hand. They force our intelligence hand to act. Surprise! In a way that you wouldn't expect. A gift from the universe, intense twist of fate. Eclipse news. Okay, wow. These did work well, I think, for clarification. So there's some kind of, and it's swift. There is some kind of, I think, a response to whatever he's doing in office by a unseen power that is observing what he's up to, and I think he will be cut off. I think Trump's administration may end sooner than January. I'm wondering. At least where Pompeo is concerned, I think he will be going. Maybe intelligence will just pick off, so to speak, some of his key criminal people and get them locked up, get them facing litigation, and leaving him more and more isolated. Because he's going to run out of time to get somebody that can do anything in. Not that I don't think he won't. Should they do that, or should that happen? I think he's that desperate. But it looks like, as far as Pompeo goes, he looks like he's facing a sudden loss of a job. And I think that this is not so much, perhaps, it could be Trump that cuts him loose because of the heat that he's drawing. But I think it's more that he's done enough, he's gone too far, and he's going to face consequences, and they look like they come sooner rather than later. And it's a very intense twist that we wouldn't expect. So my feeling really is that the universe is saying, I'm going to give him a sudden cutoff. That makes me think that not only will he lose this employment, of course, but I think it cuts deeper into his life. I think this will be absolutely ruinous to him. And this is, to me, the universe saying, I'm going to take everything from him. It's the harvesting card, based on his choices. Because he had other choices he could have made. The universe will allow him to decide, to make the choices, but to a point. And somehow, either through other people, or the universe has infinite means at its resources how to do it, but he's going to be, Pompeo faces being just cut off. And not just cut off, but his life will never be the same. And I believe the universe will take from him the power, the wealth, the status, all of that. And that's what the universe is confirming. It's just like, I will sort him out. And I will take from him what he's been given. I will harvest. And it's potentially also saying that if he keeps up and endangers other people, the universe will act in the way and manner in which it sees fit. And I'm not the universe in that regard. It's a different, I'm part of it, but that's another area that deals with this sort of thing, the karmic aspect. So I will leave you with that. There's a little message from the universe for Pompeo. Make better choices, Mike. Although I doubt that you will, and if you don't, I'm going to cut off and take everything from you. And that's what I get as a very brutal, frank message from the universe to Pompeo.